Hi guys, welcome back. All right, Pisces, let's go ahead and get you guys a little video. I know it's late, but I do want to let you guys know I will be moving throughout this week. And so just know in the first part of the week is going to be really busy. I probably won't get any more zodiacs out. I'll just do collective messages and like the today's topic videos for probably Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then on Thursday, I think we should be able to be back on a rhythm where we can get some zodiacs. So probably expect one Pisces by like maybe Thursday or Friday will be your next one. Okay, so we have the energy of laughter. We have toxic. We have paranoid. And we have drowning. Okay, very all over the place energy. So if somebody is like hiding the way they're really feeling, if they're really stressed out but acting really, really happy right now, even though it's like to compensate, or they're, nervously laughing while they watch other people behave like in very dramatic ways. And it's like, this is so not uncomfortable at all. It could be that. But it kind of looks like somebody is, I don't know, just compensating. Tell me about this. Who is this? Queen of Swords sideways. Okay. So it definitely could be possibly a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius that is acting like everything is so great. Everything is so fine. We have Three of Swords. We have King of Wands. Somebody is pretending that they don't have a heartbreak when in fact they do. Now, I don't know who Pisces is in this. This could be Pisces observes somebody else going through this. And maybe Pisces is like, I recognize those symptoms because I know I have been through that too. Sometimes it's like, oh, we plaster on a smile and we fake it till we make it. Or, we go to whatever, some social event and, it seems like everything's fine. But in fact, somebody just went through a breakup, yet here they are hosting this party and they couldn't cancel the whole thing. So instead, they're just putting on a brave face. But it feels like this person is laughing, smiling, when in fact they are brokenhearted. I don't know if it's the King of Wands who's brokenhearted or the Queen of Swords. Judgment. Somebody really wants to be back together. Hang on. Let's just ask, who is Pisces in all of this? Let's go with this deck. Who is Pisces here? Eight of Coins, Three of Coins. Okay, so Pisces may be an outsider in this. They could be somebody who is like their colleague, they work with somebody and they're observing this play out. They might be the person who's like a sounding board. This could be like Pisces is unfortunately, caught in the middle of like two friends that are going through like Pisces is friends with a couple or something, and the couple is going through huge hardship. What does this mean for Pisces? Why is Pisces like on the outskirts of somebody else's relationship here? Queen of Pentacles sideways. I hope it's not that somebody assumes Pisces is like the other love interest, okay? But we do have a Two of Cups sideways as well. Okay, so Pisces, we have not had like a big love triangle storyline. I don't know if I've ever had one for Pisces. I know I've had them for Gemini. Sorry, my neck is so sore from moving heavy stuff today. But we have either the question mark, or maybe it really is a situation where Pisces is somebody that is unintentionally a third party. Either somebody's worried that Pisces is the person that their partner wants to be with instead of them, or that is the way it is and it's like been a suppressed, hidden away, like I can't help it, I feel like they're my Two of Cups, they feel the same way, but this is no good, they're already in a connection. Maybe this is like Pisces met the right person at the wrong time, somebody that is already in a connection with somebody else, and it's like, oh, why did I have to meet you then if you're my person but you belong to somebody else? King of Wands in the reverse. Or is it Pisces who's in a relationship with somebody else? And this is somebody, hang on, because we have the King of Wands upright, but then we also have the King of Wands in the reverse. I can't tell. I can only see that we have like an undercurrent of a Two of Cups, but then we have like that Three of Pentacles that makes it look like third party. We have an undercurrent here with drama, but pretending like everything's fine. We have the desire for, Is this somebody who they broke up, they ended up in another connection with somebody else, and in truth, they would rather be back with Pisces? Is that what this is? And it could have been the exact same for Pisces. We may actually have, okay, so bear with me, because we have two of King of Wands in this storyline. It looks, there's this great song by Raul Malo from the Mavericks. I think I said his name right. He's so great. But it's called In Another's Arms. And it's a song that's, about two people that actually loved each other, but something went wrong and they both went separate directions, and they ended up meeting other people that are wonderful, but they still yearn for each other. And so both of them still think about one another, but they are in someone else's arms. And that's the case for both of them. And I'm starting to feel like that's it, especially with this Judgment card, because I'm looking at the two scales going, I feel like one is Pisces and one is this King of Swords, or excuse me, King of Wands. This King of Wands still loves Pisces, but they may be with a Queen of Swords. Okay. Meanwhile, Pisces may still be in love with that King of Wands, but Pisces could be with a different King of Wands that is not the right one for them. Very similar, but like the shadow version of them. It almost feels like Pisces themselves, because we have Pisces with two different dudes here. It feels like everybody is like grappling with this, because I feel like in this undercurrent, no wonder we had like 4 cards out in the very beginning, right? We have smiles and everything's going to be great, but it's not. And in fact, everybody's kind of secretly worried, and everybody's kind of secretly like drowning in emotions. And, it almost feels like the toxic energy might be that King of Wands in the reverse that Pisces has been dealing with. The paranoid could be the Queen of Swords, who senses that her upright King of Wands wants to be with Pisces. That King of Wands upright could be the one drowning in emotions about Pisces, and Pisces could be the one trying to work through things and trying to be happy and trying to tell themselves, it's, what, it's all right. They were a 2 of Cups, but honestly, maybe they weren't the right one for me, or I loved them unconditionally from a distance, but I'll move on. The only thing is, if Pisces is with somebody who's toxic, then I don't see how that's going to be a good matchup for Pisces. But Pisces is definitely the other half of the 2 of Cups, because that's like the only water energy we have. 7 of Wands in the reverse. Pisces seems to be trying, even if it's synthetically, seems like they're trying to say, listen, I'm not going to block the way things are supposed to go. I trust that what is supposed to be mine shall not pass me by. I trust that this will all get worked out. It just kind of feels like maybe that's exactly right for Pisces to say, I'm not going to get involved in tons and tons of drama. I understand that I have loved somebody that I thought they were my 2 of Cups, but we parted ways, and I'm going to be okay. Unless Pisces is saying, I parted ways with a King of Wands because they were toxic. Maybe it's not that Pisces is with somebody else. Maybe it's that Pisces is envisioning themselves moving on with somebody else, and they can let go of that King of Wands because they're like, look, I loved them, but they were really toxic. Well, they don't seem to be toxic anymore. And they seem to still really want Pisces, but it seems like Pisces and this King broke up. The King has moved on. Pisces is also, but maybe this is all legit. Maybe Pisces is very happy. We've got the Justice card and we've got the Emperor. Everybody's got to pick lanes, and pick authentic lanes. I think Pisces is the only one being authentic in this right now. I think if anything, this looks more like Pisces did look at them as somebody toxic. Because Pisces wouldn't be genuinely laughing if they were like, haha, that's okay. I let go of my 2 of Cups and I'll get with this toxic King of Wands, but say that everything's perfect in the way it's supposed to be. Pisces wouldn't do that. So this must be the reason they're smiling and able to laugh and able to move on and are working through things is because they're like, look, yes, I loved that person, but let's be honest, they were pretty toxic. I can love them unconditionally, but that doesn't mean I can give to somebody who's toxic. I'm not going to block anybody else wonderful who comes in. And so I'm going to trust that the person who's going to do right by me is going to be the one I'll end up with. a wonderful emperor. Okay, that makes to me that storyline I can totally understand, because otherwise this laughter card is way crazy. It doesn't fit in at all. I think that Pisces has a real sense of trust that things will go as they should, which I think is great. I think that's definitely a good way for Pisces to handle this. But we have the devil upright. The only thing is, there is still all this passion. And I still think that this King of Wands is heartbroken, devastated, and just wants Pisces back. But if they are currently now heartbreaking that Queen of Swords, and she is getting paranoid, going, I swear, I think that he wants his ex back. I think he wants that Pisces back. That's super toxic, because now he's, Pisces said he was toxic in the past, and it would say, well, he's doing the same thing. If you're staying with one person while dreaming of the other, then it's like you're hurting that Queen of Swords, because all you want is your Pisces, and you're heartbroken over Pisces. So you're not, he's not given properly to the Queen of Swords. He's warm, he's loving, but not for her, because all he has his eyes for Pisces, literally. Like we can see, like if he interacts with Pisces or he sees Pisces, I feel like his eyes are glued to Pisces as Pisces walks through a room. I feel like this ex cannot take their eyes off of Pisces. Inspiration of Pentacles, and yet Pisces is trying so hard to turn the page in the book. And that could be the other reason he's very, very, very like, no, I want that Pisces. I want that Pisces. The more Pisces moves on from him, the more Pisces like, it's okay. I did love him unconditionally. Maybe I always will, but I'm still moving forward. I think this is literally driving this person crazy. Nine of Swords. God, they cannot sleep. They cannot sleep. But now we have several people that can't sleep. And I don't think that any of this is like Pisces' fault. It's not like Pisces is trying to be this third party, like, alluring, come on. It just looks like somebody cannot stop drooling over Pisces, wanting Pisces, wishing they were back with Pisces, but they are in somebody else's arms, and they are in turn causing that person sorrow. They need to just be honest. Because with that Libra energy there, this is somebody who's making a mistake. They are, they're creating that imbalance. They're hurting the other person's feelings. It's not nice to do. We have a Seven of Swords upright. So all this stress is coming from the lies. If this person just authentically wanted to say, I was not good to Pisces when I had the chance, I was acting toxic, now I've ended up with somebody else. I need to tell this somebody else, listen, I'm still in love with Pisces, is the truth of it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you, but I can't be a good partner to you when I know my heart is elsewhere. They need to tell the Queen of Swords that, because she knows anyway, and it's making her angry or it's making her hurt. And it's not fair to her. If they could just speak a truth first to the Queen of Swords, and then maybe also try to speak that truth, the same truth basically, to Pisces, like, I really want you back. I really love you. And I know I didn't show it before. It feels like pretending that things are fine when they're not is what's causing all this sleepless nights and all this stress. But I don't think it's on Pisces' side. We see Pisces happy. We see Pisces accepting things as they are, moving forward. Pisces does not seem to be like, oh my gosh, I know any day now they're just going to leave that other person behind because I know they still want to be with me. None of that. We don't see Pisces acting like that. We see Pisces saying, I trust that there's somebody else wonderful coming in for me. Ace of Swords. Look, the more they linger and just have this desire, it is desire, literally. Sorry, I'm trying to get to that devil card. It's like they are trying to will Pisces to want to come back to them. Maybe they're even trying to make Pisces jealous by having some other person in their life. All I can say is having the reverse effect. Pisces is every day having an easier time cutting this person out of their life and letting this go, which I would just say, how wonderful is that Pisces can let this go and move on. Like, I'm really happy with that Ace of Swords being there. I think if anything, Pisces is like, yeah, that's why I wouldn't want this person back, because they play games like that. Even if they did love me, they can't seem to, they're not doing right by somebody else right now. If they are with them, but they love me, they're not doing right by me because they haven't cut somebody else out of their life and come toward me honorably and offered me something, truthful and faithful. So I think this is why I'm moving on. Honestly, it looks like Pisces energy is going to get better every single day the further they get away from this person and that needless drama, because it's a lot of needless drama. And this says, hopefully that Queen of Swords can also, not let herself get heartbroken and can let this whole thing go and be like, listen, I feel like you really need to go pursue things with Pisces or get over Pisces or something before I can deal with you. I mean, I hope that Queen of Swords gets there. But for Pisces, we see Pisces energy improving. We see every day they get kind of lighter and brighter. We see them moving on more and more every day because this is not somebody to hang on to after all. It's not actually a love triangle. That's what I was thinking it was at first until, the more cards you get, the more the storyline changes. And I'm really glad that it wasn't like a painful love triangle. Yes, there's still some pain in it, but it's not really a love triangle because Pisces isn't involved in it. There isn't a triangle. There is one person who needs to, you know, sort out and be more honest with himself, that King of Wands. And the Queen of Swords could definitely walk away from that King of Wands and not deal with them if she's being bothered by the fact that they're kind of obsessed over Pisces. So all of our characters have power to make better choices. But so far, it looks like Pisces is the only one doing it. All right, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks so much for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Lots of love. Bye.